Of course, you'll be landing on Colombo International Airport, but is it worth visiting Colombo in 2023? To this question and many other, we'll be answering in the next coming minutes. We landed at Bandaranaike International Airport after 2 stops, one in Istanbul and one in Male. We'll not bother you with logistic information of how to apply for visa, ATM, SIM cards and other important stuff, because I made a dedicated video for this that you will want to check after this video. I'll drop the link in the description. And by the way, 98% of you that are watching my videos didn't subscribe to my channel. Subscribe now and help me grow my channel faster so that I'll produce more quality videos around the world. Coming back to our trip, we avoided the taxi drivers from the airport as they offered us a much higher price than the price we found on Uber. Our ride from the airport to the hotel was 4,800 rupees, about $15. We chose Grand Bell Hotel for our stay and it didn't disappoint us. Great facilities, amazing views and wonderful stuff. We received a room at the 23rd floor with some incredible views of the ocean. This hotel made our stay sweet and comfortable. The challenge is to visit Colombo in just one day, covering the main attractions of Colombo right after we obtained the international driving license. As there was no time for resting, we left our luggages, we stared at the ocean waves for a couple of minutes and then we adventured by foot to the center of Colombo. It was a 20 minutes walk in the dark, but we always felt safe. The classic tuk-tuks were stopping and propose a ride, and the locals were literally staring. I guess because they didn't see such a beautiful couple before, as we couldn't visit anything by night and we were also starving. The Colombo City Center Mall was the place to have our first dinner. Our expectation was that food will be super cheap, but actually the prices are not that low. We paid about $22 for 2 portions of curry with meat. Colombo is not cheap, as you may think. After dinner we went back to the hotel as we have a pretty big day tomorrow. As we didn't sleep with the air conditioner open, the heat from the room woke us up. Luckily the infinity pool on the roof cooled us down. We spent the first hour enjoying Colombo's surroundings from the pool. Then we went for a breakfast at Monkey Bean Coffee, which was meters away from our hotel.
So we ordered bacon with eggs and Sri Lankan omelette and 2 cappuccinos. We are starving. Monkey Bean Coffee. Only in Colombo. Time to eat our first breakfast here in Colombo, and what else than Sri Lankan omelette. Looks delicious. It's very good. Sweet. It's exactly how I like it.
After an omelette and a coffee, we were prepared to go to the Department of Motor Traffic. A 30 minutes ride via tuk-tuk increased our levels of adrenaline. It was not expensive at all and we ordered it via Uber. Another 30 minutes, 5 queues and a nice lady made us take our international driving license. I'll not focus in this video about the entire process, but let me know if you need a separate video with things you need to know before applying for international driving license. We had our lunch in the center of Colombo, some noodles with meat and then started exploring Colombo. But with not so much luck at start. Gangaramaya Park was closed for maintenance. First attraction of the day is closed. Gangaramaya Park or something like that. It's closed, we cannot pass through the island. We tried to have some impressions from far away. Close by was Gangaramaya temple, which was open. We needed to pay an entrance fee and take off our shoes. Gangaramaya is one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Colombo. We were fascinated of its statues and its position situated on the lake. This temple is not so big, but we are already impressed of it. We pay like 400 rupiah to enter this temple. I would say around $1. We see a lot of statues of Buddha. and the shrine that is in the middle of the lake. We then took the tuk-tuk towards the Sri Kailavasanatam temple, which was one of my favorite attractions. We are now going to Sri Kailavasanatam, but we almost missed it as we took a different Uber and now we are on the good one. I need to tell you that the location is pretty remote. Dedicated to the gods Ganesha and Shiva, the temple has been around for over 2 centuries. It's also one of the most beautiful temples in Colombo. This temple is so beautiful and there are no tourists here. We came with tuk-tuk, with Uber tuk-tuk, and they said that we will not find any transportation from here. No time to rest, and as usual ordered a tuk-tuk via Uber and headed to Laura's favorite attraction, Jami ul Alfar Mosque. The mosque is one of the architectural wonders of the world. Situated in the bustling Peta district, one of the oldest parts of the city of Colombo, its tall minarets are seen from almost every street. We needed to dress in their traditional robe in respect for their culture. Let's discover the history of the Red Mosque. The mosque's distinct red and white pattern, whether swirling or spiraling or alternating, it's quite mesmerizing. So look at Laura. Imagine 10,000 people in this mosque. Unreal! I need to admit that this place is a must-see attraction. Put it on your list and then check the schedule before you go, as there are often prayers ongoing. After the mosque, we spent some time in the restless Peta district. As it was getting dark, for our last attraction of the day, we chose Galle Face Green, where we saw an incredible sunset. The Galle Face Green was initially used as a horse racing and a golf course, but was also used for cricket, polo, football, tennis or rugby. It's an oceanside urban park where people are enjoying walks and choices of street food. It's the perfect way to end a busy day as we had. Last stop of the day, Grand Bell Hotel. After a refreshing sleep and a delicious breakfast with a splendid ocean view, we rented a car for the next 2 weeks from Ameri Rent-A-Car and off we go for the adventure of our lives. In conclusion, our stay in Colombo for 2 nights was pretty nice, as we do enjoy visiting big crowded cities. We were happy that we've experienced the gems of Colombo and would encourage you to do so also. We rarely saw tourists here, but we hope that this video made a nice impression on you and you'll choose to spend a bit of your Sri Lanka adventure here. For us, the fun part is just starting. Where to next? The southern part of Sri Lanka will be one of your best options. Our adventure continues with Galle City. In this video, you'll discover the mystery and beauty of the old city of Galle, together with its most wildest and remote beaches from Talpe. Feeding giant turtles and staying in a hut on the ocean are just some of the highlights of the video. Today, all roads lead to the southern part of Sri Lanka. After 2 days spent in Colombo, we decided to drive towards Galle. I hope you didn't miss our previous video where we answered if it's worth visiting Colombo. The challenge for today's video is to visit Galle for a couple of hours and then spend the night in our bucket list accommodation, a beach hut in Talpe. We were happy to find a reliable car to rent from Ameri Rent-A-Car, a company which we recommend because we didn't face any issues. They might be a bit more expensive than others, but they have good cars and they treat their customers well. Our Perodu Abeza, a car from 2019, didn't disappoint us. It was the first time I have ever heard about this type of car. From Colombo to Galle, you'll make around 2 hours on the expressway, a smooth road where you can drive with a speed limit of 110 km per hour. The best part is that slow vehicles such as tuk-tuks are not allowed here.
We are currently driving on a highway to Galle, but before we were to Colombo because we have to pick up the car, and it's been crazy. So the traffic in Colombo is really crazy and you have to be very careful because there are a lot of motorbikes, tuk-tuks, and they are in your right, in your left, like everywhere, so you need to be very careful. But here we are. So Adrian,
Yes, for 10,000 rupiah you can rent this Perodua, very
Beza.
nice car.
that they didn't have anything else available at this point, because we decided very late that we want to rent a car. So, but it's pretty nice actually, especially for him because he's very tall.
Yes, it's a big car. Hopefully on the narrow streets we will manage to squeeze it in.
Yeah, I really do hope that because we have a long road to go.
On our way we saw just some peacock signs and a cow jumping on the road, probably wanted to make some powdered milk. We arrived in Galle in the middle of the day and parked the car in the old port. I was telling you last time that 98% of you that are watching my videos didn't subscribe to my channel, and now the percentage decreased to 95%. I know that we can do better than this. We are now exploring Galle, we are going to the lighthouse, the fort, and let's see what other things we can discover here. First impression was that the city is pretty quiet, but I guess any city will feel quiet after coming from Colombo. But seriously, it cannot be associated with Colombo. Compared to the crazy traffic from Colombo, you'll find just a few cars in the old port. Aurora Bastion. Let's discover it. Here it's a large house, a large cannon protecting Sri Lanka. Pretty chill until now, Galle, comparing with Colombo.
Really hot today.
Hot and humid.
Yeah.
We read that there are 42 degrees in the air. So heavy day today. Whew. Let's see, we have 5 objectives to visit here in Galle, and then we will go to our accommodation in Unawatuna.
Yes.
Unawatuna. We saw for the first time in Sri Lanka plenty of tourists, concluding that Colombo was not the first choice for tourists. We saw in Galle now how many tourists we saw in 2 days in Colombo. We've reached the famous lighthouse. The Galle Lighthouse is Sri Lanka's oldest light station. You'll easily spot it within the walls of the ancient Galle Fort. Opposite to Galle Lighthouse, the Meran Mosque or Meran Magic is a beautifully crafted piece of architecture that lies within the ramparts of the Galle Fort, serving the majority Muslim population of the city. Meran Mosque was built in 1904 on the site of a Portuguese Catholic church. The numerals painted on the front wall of the mosque state the year 1325, which supports the notion that a prayer space existed here before the 20th century. The mosque is built facing the direction of Mecca, Islam's holiest city, using local materials and the skills of local stone masons and carvers. There is a clear blend of Dutch-influenced design, and it blends well with the surrounding architecture of the fort. The interior is a delight to explore, with dappled sunlight beaming into high-ceiling rooms through beautiful panes of stained glass windows. Italian pattern tiles line the floors and chandeliers hang from above. There is a large central prayer space featuring high windows, a sculpted arch, and a small, well-maintained lawn outside the mosque where worshippers congregate and relax between prayer times. We then walked along the fort and enjoyed the noisy ocean and the architecture of the fortified walls. We are enjoying the breeze. Right behind me is the lighthouse. We've visited the mosque, and now we are walking on the defensive walls of Galle. In the 16th century, Galle was the main port of the island. Galle reached the height of its development in the 18th century during the Dutch colonial period. Galle is the best example of a fortified city built by the Portuguese in the South Asia, showing the interaction between Portuguese architectural styles and native traditions. The city was extensively fortified by the Dutch during the 17th century. The Galle Fort is a World Heritage Site and is the largest remaining fortress in Asia built by the Europeans. On 26 December 2004, the city was devastated by a massive tsunami caused by an earthquake. It was a bit difficult to visit as the temperature rised at more than 35 degrees Celsius. We deep dive into the fort and we reached to a beautiful temple called Sri Sudaramalaya. With an impressive pagoda in front, you'll surely not miss it. It includes a large reclining Buddha statue and a small stupa, which is a semicircular structure containing many artifacts related to the Buddhist religion, dating back to 1889. The temple has an unusual design, including a bell that may indicate the presence of a church at one time. This temple is visited by many locals and tourists from all around the world due to its religious, cultural and architectural importance.
Best attraction in Galle so far.
We kept visiting Galle and saw some boys launching their kites, which I've seen is a trend in Sri Lanka. Others were playing cricket, but the interesting thing was the creature nearby, digging for food. I would say it's a monitor lizard. We saw plenty of these lizards in Sri Lanka, but always from the distance. Ladies, I bet you'll not be happy to meet such huge lizards. The good thing is that they run away if you're getting closer, but it's better to keep a safe distance. Not sure if there is somebody willing to meet these creatures from a close distance. Galle Fort Clock Tower is a popular landmark and overlooks the central moon bastion on the site of the former guard room. The clock tower was constructed in 1883, paid with public subscription by the people of Galle. Built in the 16th century by the Portuguese, the Galle Fort was a strategic fortress that protected the commercial activity of Galle from external powers. It was, however, in the 17th century Dutch era that the fort took a shape that we are familiar with it today, with fortified positions known as bastions that still stand as testament to colonial influence and design. When the British conquered the city, the fort was further fortified, and today there are 14 bastions, all of which once played a major role in defending the port of Galle from conquests. The Grote Kerk, or Dutch Reformed Church, is situated near the entrance of the fort. The church was built by the Dutch in 1755 and is one of the oldest Protestant churches still in use in the country. After all the visiting in this extreme heat, we found the best ice cream in Sri Lanka called Isle of Gelato. The weather was so hot and humid that we needed to cool down our engines. It was delicious.
With 40 degrees, and ice cream is all you want.
We loved the peace and quiet on the streets and wanted to stay longer, but it was almost sunset and we needed to reach Unawatuna for our next accommodation at Galavata Beach Resort. After a 15 minutes drive, we arrived at Galavata.
We are checking in Unawatuna.
We wanted so much to mark a wish off our bucket list that we booked a night in a hut right near the ocean. We were warmly welcomed with watermelon drinks and with a lot of smiles. As it was getting dark, we enjoyed a romantic walk on the beach right before dinner. By the way, in Sri Lanka, all year round, the sunset is around 6 p.m. Not many things to do after it gets dark, so our strategy was to sleep early and wake up early so that we'll enjoy more of the daylight. Coming back to our sunset, the colors were unbelievable.
We just arrived here at the Turtle Beach and we are going to see now if there are indeed any turtles around here.
And the sunset!
And the sunset, yeah, we almost run for a beautiful sunset.
We keep hoping.
There are big waves today, so maybe that's why.
No turtles today, maybe tomorrow morning.
After we took our vitamin C, we ordered dinner and we were surprised to have it served on our porch. We ordered chicken and fish curry. The portions were enormous and we shared the leftovers with their cute little dog. In the night there were heavy thunderstorms and it was not necessarily a good idea to be near the ocean at that time. But we survived, sacrificing just the sleep of Laura. On the other hand, I slept like a baby, with my earplugs on. We woke up at 6 a.m. with the sun drying the remains of the storm.
It was a huge storm last night and we barely slept something, but it was a hell of an experience. We slept here with thunderstorms raining, we thought that it will move our house.
I recommend you to take earplugs with you because if it's not the noise of the ocean, the reptiles and insect sound will surely keep you awake. It was also the perfect moment to exercise my drone skills. We then had few walks on the beach checking for huge turtles, but without luck.
My lovely Laura didn't sleep a second last night. There were storms, there were waves, there were chipmunks. There were every reason to not sleep a bit last night. Fortunately for me, I had earplugs and I slept a lot and I'm fresh. Hey, cute little dog. You had some too much chicken curry last night.
Then we ate the awaited delicious breakfast with plenty of traditional foods such as hoppers, pol sambol, omelette and curry. After breakfast it was time to enjoy the surroundings.
It's now time to go to the beach and enjoy the ocean. Hopefully we will see also turtles.
But wait, a turtle arrives at the shore.
We are going to see the turtles.
Another perfect moment to mark something off the bucket list. A local saw our interest for turtles and sold us a bag of seaweeds with an overprice of $3. Not that I'm an expert on how much it values a bag of seaweeds. We had the time of our lives, and that's all that matters. It was a unique and incredible experience to feed the giant turtles in its natural habitat.
Feeding the turtles in Unawatuna.
This experience will definitely remain one of the highlights of our trip.
So, how was the experience to feed the turtles?
Wow, it was amazing. It was a giant turtle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A man gave us seaweed and we feed the turtle. It was so huge. I've never seen so big turtle ever in my life.
After such an amazing experience at Galavata, in just one day, it was that time again to pack our bags and leave.
Amazing place in Unawatuna, Galavata Resort, incredible. It's on the beach, food is awesome and the people are really friendly and helpful. Definitely we will come back here.
Let's embark on another journey through the picturesque landscapes of Sri Lanka's southern coast. This time we'll be traveling from Unawatuna to Mirissa. Along the way, we'll visit the Japanese Peace Pagoda and then immerse ourselves in the enchanting beauty of Coconut Tree Hill, Turtle Bay or Mirissa Beach. We'll show you our accommodation and where to eat delicious Sri Lankan food. We thought Mirissa will be full of tourists, but we felt like we were the only tourists here. Mirissa will be our home for the next 2 days, so welcome to our home. Under the blazing midday sun, our journey began from the coastal paradise of Unawatuna towards the serene heights of the Japanese Peace Pagoda in Rumasala. The road took us just 12 minutes. We were thinking of the next days in Mirissa, promising us both adventure and tranquility.
We are now heading to Japanese Pagoda. We parked our car at 10 minutes away and we are heading on a bumpy road.
Let me show you something. See the bananas there?
Wow. Bananas everywhere.
They are green, so they are not good yet.
It looks like Bali here. We miss Bali, by the way. But Sri Lanka has her strengths. Hot and humid. But we love it. This is Pura Vida. Wait, we are not in Mexico.
After we parked our car, we walked about 15 minutes on a narrow alley until we reached the Japanese Peace Pagoda.
The road gets really narrow here.
We were welcomed by the pure white structure standing against the lush green backdrop. The air was a bit cooler and a sense of calm enveloped us. The view from the pagoda's heights was breathtaking, the panoramic sweep of the Indian Ocean seemingly endless.
After 50 years of teaching, walking from town to town and village to village on foot, Buddha arrived at Kushinara Buddha.
wished to depart from the life beneath two flowering sala trees by the Irnavati river. Surrounded by his disciples, Buddha lay down on a couch and lifted his head on his right hand. The birds stopped singing, the wind chased, and the blossom fell from the trees above him. Finally, he encouraged his disciples to follow his examples. As he passed away, flames ceased to burn. Buddha remains forever in the world. Wow. After immersing ourselves in the pagoda's tranquil atmosphere, we descended from Rumasala's heights with a tuk-tuk this time and made our way to our next destination.
We are now heading to Mirissa.
Our journey took us about 1 hour with a short stop at the local Cargills for some basic supplies and refreshments. By the way, you'll find Cargill supermarkets all over Sri Lanka.
Traffic is crazy in Sri Lanka, but we already got used with it, and as you can see, people are going to cricket on the motorcycle, so having fun, tuk-tuks all over the place.
I got used with driving on the left side, but always needed to pay extra attention to obstacles that might get in my way, such as pedestrians, animals, tuk-tuks or scooters. Our villa greeted us with its elegant charm and serene surroundings, promising a comfortable and private stay. Right from the start, we noticed the quiet atmosphere. It's time to have a complete tour of the villa.
This is our new accommodation. The view is perfect. This is the living area. Here is a beautiful terrace with Laura on it. This is the whole balcony just for ourselves. This is our courtyard and the Indian Ocean right after the fence.
The afternoon sun invited us to cool off and relax at the pool.
We rented the whole villa, the entire villa for ourselves. Not quite, but we can say that. It's great after walking in the sun to relax in the pool. If you're following us for some time, you saw that we've rented a small villa in Bali, but this is the next level.
This is the upgraded version. Sri Lanka has cheaper accommodations in Bali, and the views are even more beautiful.
Yes, the views are perfect. It's our second accommodation when we have ocean view and ocean sound waves.
I think there's a difference because in Bali you mostly have like the jungle view.
With the drone in hand, we embraced the magic of technology and took it to the skies. As the drone soared, capturing the sweeping coastal vistas and the lush surroundings, we were reminded of the beauty that lay hidden in every corner of this island gem. As the day mellowed into evening, we found ourselves seated for dinner at Curry Gedara restaurant, savoring the delectable flavors that Sri Lankan cuisine had to offer. The stars above began to twinkle, and the distant sound of the waves crashing against the shore added a vibrant rhythm to our conversations. The next day dawned with a sense of exploration in the air. After a breakfast that introduced our taste buds to the symphony of local flavors, we embarked on a journey to discover Mirissa's famed beaches.
We are very lucky because it's off-season and the weather is perfect. It's our 5th day here and we had 2 or 3 rounds of rain, mostly in the night, but look at this weather in the off-season, it's perfect. And the secret is that it's nobody, no tourists, no nothing. We have a large villa all for ourselves because there are no tourists. So let's enjoy it. It's time to explore Mirissa. We will go to the Coconut Hill and then to the Mirissa beach. Let's discover these great beaches from the south of Sri Lanka.
Mirissa is famous for whale and dolphin watching by boat, and this was one of our bucket list activities. After deeper research, we found out that whales make their appearance just between November and April. We had a chance of 1% to see the whales. so we felt it's not worth to try. We decided to explore the area by foot, so after plenty of minutes on the main road, we headed on a trail to Coconut Tree Hill.
So tell me, Laura, how is it in Mirissa?
Not so many tourists, at least in this area where we are, which is a little bit far from the center. I mean, like 10 minutes from the center of Mirissa. It is very hot. This period of the year is more humid than usual, so you need to take that in mind in case you want to come here in May/June like we did. They said the peak season is between January or December till April.
I can tell you it was not an easy hike for our flip-floppers.
Going to one of the top attractions in Mirissa, Coconut Tree Hill. 38 degrees in the air, 2 p.m. Sunset is at 6 p.m. Hopefully we will catch it at Mirissa Beach, which is 10 to 15 minutes walk away from Coconut Tree Hill. We have the Coconut Tree Hill just for ourselves.
Coconut Tree Hill welcomed us with its tall palm trees, warm breeze and turquoise waters. This is a must-go attraction for everyone that comes to Mirissa, as it's one of the most emblematic places from Sri Lanka when it comes to photos or videos.
We just left Coconut Tree Hill. It's not some big attraction. There are like 30 or 40 coconut trees. Not that big deal, but overall you can make beautiful pictures here. We wanted to fly the drone also, but the big wind doesn't let my DJI 2 Mini to be flown here. So I guess it's an okay attraction to visit while you're in Mirissa, but don't stay too much time. 15 to 20 minutes, it's more than enough.
We went back on the same alley and close by was Turtle Beach.
Next attraction, Turtle Beach. As you can see, the entrance is large, big and friendly.
Except a friendly, playful dog, we found nobody.
From the Turtle Beach you can see the Coconut Tree Hill, but you cannot cross through this side. You need to go down the main exit and come to the street and then come here.
We were hoping to see some turtles, but we learned that they are rarely spotted in the middle of the day. We then walked along the beach until Parrots Rock, enjoying the ocean, playing with the swing and watching a gang of crabs.
We found black sand near the Parrot Rock. Next stop, we will walk through there and go to the Parrot Rock.
We spotted the famous Mirissa Beach.
Mirissa Beach, but with the sky like that, a heavy storm is approaching.
Couldn't spend too much time at the beach as the heavy cloud sky invited us to have dinner a bit earlier than planned. This time we chose Ceylon Curry House restaurant because of its great TripAdvisor reviews. You will say now that all restaurants have curry in their name. Well, you'll not find it on all their names, but surely you'll find them on all their menus.
So calamari and prawns. The particularity what I saw here in Sri Lanka, they have this kind of spoons. They are handmade.
Dinner was a sumptuous feast, the flavors being a reflection of the vibrant culture that surrounded us.
The best curry I've eaten in Sri Lanka so far, really delicious. Please come here and taste the prawns.
A big shout out for the waiter that was so happy and joyful that it became contagious. It was a false alarm, as it didn't rain, so we went back to Mirissa Beach, the heart of the coastal town. The rhythmic waves and the splendid sunset provided a comforting backdrop as we wandered along the shore, breathing fresh salty air and creating memories. Declare passionate sunset lovers, we were again fascinated by another magical sunset by the ocean. I was intrigued to see what I will discover on the Parrot's Rock, so I adventured towards the top of the rock. After climbing some improvised wood stairs, the way got a bit better and easier to climb.
Parrot's Rock. Pretty wild. Whew. A lot of crows.
The wind was strong and the crows were trying to protect their territory by making loud sounds. The views here were spectacular. From here, I could see entire Mirissa. What a great way to end the day. The final day in Mirissa began with a slower pace. We ate breakfast, enjoyed the pool and walked on the beach. Villa Atulia's tranquil surroundings provided a perfect backdrop for relaxation. The 2 days were filled with beach adventures, culinary delights, and moments of relaxation, leaving us with memories that would last for a lifetime. With a mix of reluctance and anticipation, we bid farewell to Villa Atulia and set our sights on the next destination, Tangalle. As the landscape changed, we felt a sense of excitement. Tangalle awaited, a place where new experiences and landscapes would greet us. The road stretched ahead, a reminder that the journey itself was an integral part of the adventure, shaping the memories we would carry with us forever. Tangalle! We'll visit one of the most popular Buddhist temples of Sri Lanka, we'll explore the top beaches of Tangalle, we'll answer if it's worth visiting Humanaya Blowhole, and we'll share with you how I lost my drone. On our way to Tangalle, we stopped in Matara for visiting Parevi Duva Temple, a symbol of spirituality and tranquility. We chose to visit the temple because of its unique position on the ocean. After we parked the car, we were mesmerized by the smell of spices and delicacies made by the locals. Although we were usually cautious when it comes to street food, I can tell you that these streets are some of the most delicious food you'll eat in Sri Lanka.
Chili.
Oh my god, they have chili like in
And also
everything.
some egg.
If you will not try the local street food, you'll miss out part of the culture and exploding flavors. To reach the temple, you need to pass a long, narrow bridge, but be cautious as there might be big waves or large queues.
We are going to Parevi Duva, but we need to pass this bridge. It's not that secure as it looks. The other one looks the worst.
This is not a usual path.
How is Parevi Duva so far?
Creepy.
Just left our shoes. How much the ticket?
Both of you, 1,000.
1,000. I lovely Laura loves when we need to take the shoes and it is so clean here. So that's the old bridge. It was not the bridge that we passed through.
Upon entering the temple, we observed the aroma of incense filled the air, creating a sensory experience that transported us into the heart of Sri Lanka's spirituality. In 2004, the Parevi Duva temple suffered extensive damage when the tsunami struck the coastal region of Sri Lanka. The force of the nature left the temple in ruins, devastating the local community. Recognizing the importance of this spiritual site, restoration endeavors were initiated to revive the temple's magnificence. Parevi Duva Temple is a testament to Sri Lanka's rich architectural heritage. The temple's intricate and ornate design showcased the craftsmanship of local artisans. The red and white color palette, traditional to Sri Lankan temples, added to temple's visual appeal. There used to be a steel bridge that connected the island but collapsed in March 2022 while people were passing the bridge.
We didn't like the attraction Parevi Duva. It was a Buddhist temple, but nothing in particular. Just this island and the bridge was fascinating, but other than that, nothing good to see here. Better luck next time. Let's go to Tangalle.
The drive from Matara to Tangalle was an adventure in itself. The traffic in the cities is pretty chaotic and you need to be very careful as they don't have any driving rules. But after we left the city and entered the highway, the coastal road offered breathtaking views of the shimmering Indian Ocean, setting the stage for the serene experience that awaited. Upon arrival, we were welcomed by the elegant Grand Samudra Resort and its friendly staff, offering us welcoming drinks and plenty of smiles. The architecture was a fusion of modern place and Sri Lankan charm, promising a delightful stay. The view from the room was breathtaking, being one of our best views in Sri Lanka so far. It was also one of the main criteria why we chose this hotel. We left our luggages and went to explore the surroundings. We have a lovely pool that we will take advantage in the next coming days, and one of the highlights is our private beach. Did I tell you that we are the only ones in the hotel? If you watched our previous Sri Lankan series, you already got used with these special treats. A small disadvantage of coming in the off-season are the high winds, creating big waves, but that didn't affect our dream vacation. We walked on the beach until the first attraction in Tangalle, the Navy Monument. It was built in the memory of the warriors who fought in the civil war in Sri Lanka between Sri Lankan forces and the liberation tigers of Tamil Elam. We were not allowed to visit inside, but we heard that there are a lot of beautiful paintings to highlight the history of Sri Lanka. After the Navy Monument, we walked towards Tangalle beach.
Not too much traffic here in Tangalle. We love the fact that there are not a lot of tuk-tuks. Traffic is chill here. I think we are the only ones in our hotel. Grand Samudra is the name. The view is incredible. We thought that it will never surprise us any view anymore, but it's incredible, this one also.
Yeah, I think we had the best hotels here with the best ocean views, like all of them. Look, I see some tourists there.
Yes, there are tourists. I lost my glasses, but I will borrow one of Laura's. She has like 7. I had only one.
You need to match your eyeglasses always with your outfit.
But wait! A gang of happy dogs started following us, or more precisely, following Laura. They were so cute and playful, like all the dogs in Sri Lanka. You may want to check my other Sri Lankan videos where I discussed more in details about sharing our holiday with these beautiful souls. After a long walk on the main street, we finally reached to the first beach, and we were shocked. It was full, but not full of tourists, full of locals.
I think we are the only tourists in Tangalle. Don't know why I'm thinking this.
We were greeted with smiles and invitations to go into the calm ocean. I need to confess that we got a bit intimidated and we didn't stop for a bath. We explored the street food offerings, but it was not yet time for dinner, so we kept on moving towards Tangalle beach. Now this view is more familiar to what we are used to. A large empty beach, full of crows. By the way, I didn't see any seagulls here, just crows.
Look here, more than 2 kilometers of beach, all empty. No tourists, no nothing.
As it was getting dark outside, we felt that it's the right time for a treat on the first night. We chose a local fine dining restaurant called exactly like that, the Fine Dine, where the highlight was undoubtedly the jumbo prawns. Each succulent bite was a harmonious blend of Sri Lankan spices and the ocean's freshest offerings. We ended the day as we started it, at the pool, with a fresh papaya cocktail. The next morning we woke up to the gentle sound of waves and to this magnificent view.
We woke up at sunrise here at Tangalle.
It was time to explore the surroundings with the drone this time. The drone smoothly glides over lush green palm trees and reveals the pristine coastline with its powdery white sand and turquoise waters. Tangalle is a place of natural wonders, serene beaches and unforgettable experiences. It was time for an early swim in the ocean. Together with our new friend, we walked until the beach. The water was perfect. After cooling down, breakfast awaited us, again with a wonderful view. We got served with the usual fresh exotic fruits together with a papaya juice and the traditional Sri Lankan omelette, of course. The waiter was very friendly and we had deep, interesting conversations.
The only perfume you will smell here in Sri Lanka is the mosquito spray.
After crossing off all of our rituals for a perfect morning, we got in the car and went towards to the beaches in Tangalle and Humanaya blowhole. As we were getting out of the parking, a cow was blocking our way, drinking water from a hole in the middle of the road. Nothing unusual in Sri Lanka. We managed to pass by eventually and went towards Hiriketia beach. Usually a 20 minutes ride by car, but not when it's a big holiday in Sri Lanka. It was Poya Day, corresponding to full moon, where locals commemorate the introduction of Buddhism to Sri Lanka. Many religious activities are organized during this Pozon period in Sri Lanka, one of them being Dansalas, which represents freely giving food, coffee, tea. And you probably guessed it, they offer it on the main streets, creating a bigger traffic jam than usual. Our first beach to explore was Hiriketia beach. It was the first time when I saw cows on the beach. We were also surprised to see a bunch of tourists here also. It has beautiful beaches and there is a relaxed atmosphere. It's not as popular as nearby Unawatuna, but it's definitely worth visiting. By the way, if you want to check Unawatuna beach, we have a video for that also. We heard that it's not only a surfer Valhalla, but also a foodie heaven. As we were not hungry at that time, we couldn't testify on that. After that, we went to Humanaya blowhole, which seemed to be a crowded attraction. We needed to walk about 15 minutes from our parking place, where we passed through a lot of souvenir shops and street food. This time we couldn't resist to the delicious temptations prepared by the locals.
I bought something to eat. I don't know exactly what it is because he didn't speak English, but I already tried. It's really spicy. Like some meatballs or something, but really spicy.
Humanaya blowhole is the only known blowhole in Sri Lanka and it is considered to be the second largest blowhole in the world. It is a natural blowhole and caused when seawater rushes through a submerged cavern and is pushed upwards. The seawater flows underneath the shore and then comes out of this hole due to pressure. The water fountain created by the geological feature shoots up every couple of minutes, depending on the nature of the sea, with the spray often reaching as high as 25 to 30 meters. We were so intrigued to see the blowhole in action. We waited and waited and nothing happened. We were a bit disappointed as we didn't see any actual blow. I guess the phenomenon doesn't happen all year round. Next stop, Secret Beach. Again, left the car far away from the beach and walked through the beautiful palm trees. Right from the first sight, we fell in love with this beach. It is located in front of luxurious Amanuela Resort. Here we met other cute little dogs. As the name suggests, Silent Beach is tranquil and undisturbed, with pristine white sand, the bright blue swiveling water and a group of dense palm trees. It gives travelers a chance to take a break from the city life and makes it a preferred location for honeymoon, with its immense visual appeal and solitude. Silent Beach personifies its name by bestowing its visitors privacy and peace. We spend the rest of the day at this lovely beach.
This is the best beach we've seen so far. Silent Beach is called and it's near Tangalle. It's simply perfect with turquoise water, beautiful sand and best time to enjoy this ocean.
In the evening, our chosen restaurant was closed due to the Poya holiday, so we ended up at the same fine dine restaurant as previous night, enjoying the delicious prawns. In our last morning in Tangalle, we woke up fresh. At the first hour of the day, decided to play again with our DG Mini 2. After a first flight directly from my balcony, I felt it was a higher wind than usual, so I took my drone back home. the landing was not so good as I landed directly on the wall, breaking some of the propellers. With my engineering skills, I changed them with new ones and decided to go on the beach for a new takeoff. On the beach, when drone took off, immediately made a strange sound and headed towards the ocean. I couldn't control it anymore, noticing that one of the propellers was not moving. It crashed far away in the ocean without having any chance to recover it. Tried to run after it, but nothing could be done. With a sinking feeling, I watched helpless as my beloved drone descended towards the Indian Ocean. As the drone disappeared beneath the surface, I was left with a mixture of disappointment, regret, and the hope that somehow, against all odds, it might be retrieved. After a couple of minutes, I talked my way out of it, thinking of how blessed I was to be able to fly my drone in one of the most fascinating islands in the world. It was our last day at the beach. Our next adventure will be in the middle of Sri Lanka, where we'll experience safari and explore the heights of Sri Lanka. Hope you've enjoyed Tangalle and you'll put it on your bucket list. We were lucky to discover Tangalle in their holy days of celebration. Here we made new friends and met plenty of nice people. We were again surprised by the delicious food, as it feels like it just gets better and better. We met a lot of friendly dogs, enjoyed some of the coolest views of the Indian Ocean, and been fascinated of the beauty of the remote beaches. Sri Lanka, you keep surprising us. I feel a deep appreciation for the beauty and serenity of this coastal paradise. Udawalawe National Park, a renowned wildlife sanctuary located in the southern part of Sri Lanka. It's one of the country's most popular national parks, known for its rich biodiversity and its significant population of Asian elephants. Let's enjoy Udawalawe Safari together!
We are going to do a safari today.
Take the next left, then your destination will be on the left.
We have arrived at Mansala Safari.
Here it is, our accommodation for tonight.
Your destination is on the left.
The view to the jungle.
It's quiet here. It's like Bali.
We are all set for Udawalawe National Park, the adventure of our life, to see the wonderful elephants and to explore a day at safari. The primary attraction in Udawalawe is the safari experience, and that's the reason why we are here.
We have rented a private safari for today. It's just the two of us. Just the two of us. Udawalawe Safari, here we come!
Udawalawe National Park covers an area of approximately 308 square kilometers, and it's easily accessible from tourist destinations like Colombo, Galle and Ela. The Udawalawe Reservoir, a significant man-made lake, also runs through the park and is a prominent feature. Udawalawe National Park is home to a wide variety of wildlife, with its most famous residents being the Asian elephants. Our first spotted animals were peacocks. You'll find plenty of them here. As we went along the road, we saw our first elephant. He was searching for water or a shade from the sun.
So as you can see, we are right near the elephant.
As he was all by himself, we learned that he is a male elephant and that usually females stay in groups protecting each other.
And how long they live?
So wild elephants can be live maximum around 50 to 60 years.
My dream to see elephants in their natural habitat finally came true. I was always fascinated about these animals and now I can explore them from a close distance.
Ah, baby elephant.
The mugger crocodile, also known as the Indian marsh crocodile, is a medium-sized crocodile often found in slow-moving or stagnant water bodies, including lakes and rivers. While they are carnivorous and opportunistic feeders, muggers primarily prey on fish and small mammals. The Asian elephants, or Elephas maximus, are a remarkable and integral part of the park's ecosystem. Udawalawe National Park is known for its significant population of Asian elephants.
So right between these two big guys there is a baby elephant.
The park is estimated to be home to around 600 or 700 elephants, making it one of the best places in Sri Lanka to observe these gentle giants in their natural habitat. This is one of the main criteria why we chose this park. Asian elephants are smaller than their African counterparts. They have large ears, a humped back, and a prehensile trunk that they use for various tasks, including feeding, drinking, and communication. Elephants in Udawalawe primarily feed on grasses, leaves, branches, and other plant matter. They can consume a significant amount of vegetation daily, which plays a crucial role in shaping the park's ecosystem. The Asian elephant is listed as an endangered species by the International Union for Conservation of Nature due to habitat loss, human-elephant conflicts, and poaching.
I got this gift from the driver. Yeah, they are staring at us. Like, what do you want?
He smiled to us.
That one.
Yeah.
This is wild mint. It smells so good and so powerful.
Udawalawe National Park is crucial in the conservation of these elephants and their habitat. In addition to elephants, we also spot buffaloes, wild boar, sambar deer, crocodiles, and birds. If you hope to see leopards here, well, you'll be disappointed. I suggest you to rather go to Yala National Park for seeing leopards. The park boasts one of the highest elephant densities in Sri Lanka, and you can often witness large herds of these magnificent animals. Are you enjoying this type of videos? Check out my other Sri Lankan movies, you will love them for sure. The park is a heaven for bird enthusiasts, with over 200 bird species documented.
Amazing scenery here at the Udawalawe National Park.
We ended our day with a beautiful sunset view in the park. Watching the sunset over the wilderness was a magical experience. Udawalawe National Park is a must-visit destination for wildlife enthusiasts, nature lovers, and anyone interested in observing Asian elephants in their natural habitat. The park's stunning landscapes and rich biodiversity make it a memorable experience for travelers looking to connect with nature and appreciate the beauty of Sri Lanka's wilderness. Ela, an idyllic hillside heaven in Sri Lanka, a paradise for nature lovers with scenic beauties, immense waterfalls, popular hiking trails, tea plantations, and charming accommodations. We will show you the best attractions you need to visit in just one day. Ela,
Few updates. Yesterday we lost our drone into the ocean in Tangalle, but the show must go on. This is life. Travel and no one will continue to do travel videos as you never seen before. Let's travel to Ela for 2 hours.
We started our way towards Ela, but not far away we stopped for some provisions at our travel buddy, the supermarket Cargill's. If you watched our previous series, you already know that it's the perfect stop for refreshments, fruits, or just to grab some snacks to charge up your energy levels.
We have stopped to see the Ravana waterfall. A lot of tourists here. The road so far was pretty good. Hey, hello!
Some friendly monkeys made us smile. Ravana waterfall was pretty crowded, but I can understand why. It's the biggest waterfall we've seen in Sri Lanka, measuring around 25 meters. Some enthusiasts made also a bath here. As it's a big attraction near Ela, people are selling all kinds of souvenirs and plenty of snacks. We have no time to waste, so let's go to our next attraction.
We are going to Ela! From Udawalawe, where we saw the beautiful elephants, and now we are going to see the mountain area from Sri Lanka.
Look at this beautiful landscape.
Wow, the monkeys on the road.
And the monkeys. There are a lot of monkeys here.
The Ravana cave lies at 1,370 meters above sea level, on the foundation of a cliff.
A lot of stairs to Ravana cave. Ooh. I think it's there. Hello.
The cave is a popular local tourist attraction, and it was a good way to do our daily workout. Excavation undertaken in the cave uncovered evidence of human habitation dating back to 25,000 years.
We are the only tourists here at Ravana cave. Look, another tourist. Oh no, it's just Laura.
The Ravana cave consists of a part of the tunnel which is connected to Ravana Falls and plenty of other tunnels. The tunnel served as a quick way of transportation through the hills and also as a secret passage.
I think we had 1,000 stairs. Whew. Laura is excited.
Energy level 20%.
Like it?
It's cold here.
Okay. Pretty creepy. This is how the caves are. Wow. We made an incredible climb.
We passed through the city center and headed to the 9-arch bridge. Although we thought we could reach the bridge with the car, we woke up fast when we saw the path through the forest.
Now Zoriko is coming with us. He leads the way. To 9 arches, please. It's raining a bit, but luckily we have a natural umbrella. Come on, Azorico.
We needed to sweat a bit in order to see the bridge.
We are getting deeper into the wild. Our safeguard, bodyguard.
I think we always have one.
At 3:30 p.m. there is a train. Hopefully we will spot it. Squirrel. This looks like Bali.
We deep dive into Ela Forest on a spectacular path accompanied by nature beauties.
Can you hear the storm?
One of our highlights of this adventure was meeting Azorica, our temporary dog, which followed us along the way to the bridge, and he even came back with us. Check out my other videos for discovering the world of Sri Lankan dogs.
Let's find the best spot to see the train, which comes in less than 15 minutes.
We found the best place to spot the train, checked the train timetable and waited. We were the only ones there. Don't know if it's a hidden gem or we just had luck, but the view from here was one of a kind. We enjoyed the sight with the train passing the bridge, and right after we headed our way to pass the bridge, but not by train, but by foot. This is a must-see attraction when you come to Ela. It's like the Eiffel Tower for Paris. I think you got the picture. Must see it.
Azorel is jumping just on the wood. He's scared.
It's now time for a refreshing coconut.
Refreshing and delicious. It's very sweet, and on this temperature is all you need. Yeah. Cheers. Azorica is destroying all the scenes.
All the photos and videos.
Photos, videos.
I think he wants to be famous. Do you?
It was also time for our dinner, and we went straight to the city center of Ela. We picked Chill Cafe as we saw it has thousands of great reviews, and we were not disappointed of our choice.
Cheers, baby. Welcome to Ela.
After our late check-in, the sleep in the mountains recharged our batteries.
We spent our night in Ela, and we are at the top of the mountain, and we have the spectacular view. It's time for sunrise, and it is incredible.
Looking back at our other accommodations, our ocean view was something unreal. But this view from Ela will remain unforgettable. The birds' concert, the fresh air, and being in the middle of wilderness contribute to a magnificent experience. The breakfast was delicious, having a mix of fruits, coffee, and traditional snacks such as roti, coconut pancakes, and curry, together with a Sri Lankan omelette.
Here is also made a famous Lipton iced tea.
There is Lipton seat, but it's at 1.5 hours from here, so we will not go this time. It's on the other part of the direction that we're heading.
Lots of tuk-tuks here and motorbikes, because the streets are so narrow. I think it's the best way
I think the
to travel.
Yeah, the main means of transportation here is tuk-tuk. Every family has a tuk-tuk, and we see 3, 4, 5 people on a tuk-tuk.
Or a scooter.
Yeah, or a scooter. Yeah, we saw 3, 4 people also on a scooter. It's now time to leave Ela, but first we need to visit a tea factory. Kelman is the one we chose, and let's go and see how the tea is made.
Yeah, Ela is very famous for having large tea plantations, so let's see them. Like in Sri Lanka, you see like everything on the road.
The entrance to Kinelan Estate Office and Tea Processing Center. What are your expectations here, my darling?
To see how they make tea.
Yes.
And yeah, maybe we can see also some tea plantations.
Yes, that would
Actually,
be
we've
great.
seen some.
Maybe we can taste some types of tea
Yeah.
to understand better the flavors.
Yeah. Ela, it's really famous for tea plantations. So yeah, I think it's the best place to try it.
Can we make the tour? Yeah?
They are going to office there.
The office?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So we have our ticket. It was 2000 rupiah. They said we could only visit the factory, not the tea plantations.
Our special guide retired, so I can help you for the tour. I know a little bit English. That is the first operation area in our factory. All green leaves way here. Okay.
This is green tea or black tea also?
Black tea, also black tea.
But is it the same leaf?
Same leaves, but manufacture processing different.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Okay. All leaf we loading here. Okay. We can loading in machine minimum 528 kilogram leaf. Maximum we can loading here 792 kilogram. Almost 800 kilogram we can loading here. Okay. After we start very pressureful fan, okay, we use air, and after we remove 42% moisture that leaf. And all leaf we send to the down flow with that tunnel. Minutes after we get and put here. Okay. Like this. That's dry. That big to small more category we categorizing use in machine. Separating machine have a more camera inside. That camera already programmed with special software, so that machine need a colors black and brown.
So the bigger the piece, the higher the quality. This one is high quality.
After learning the full process of tea making, it was time to delight ourselves with some aromatic black tea specialities.
We bought a small bag of tea, black tea. It was 1000 rupees, that's around $3, I guess. but
200.
it's a lot of tea.
250 grams, yes.
Yeah,
Black
250
tea
grams.
made here, right
Yeah.
from the factory.
We had a lovely experience at Kinelan tea factory. We saw how black tea is processed, and now we will go to do some hiking, something that you will do often in Ela, and we will choose the easy path to Little Adams Peak.
At the base of Little Adam Peak, our attention was taken by the lovely swings for those of you who want to do something new and relaxing.
And there is Ella Rock if you want to climb it. This is how you need to climb Little Adams Peak.
It's not that hard, but just really hot because it's midday.
We enjoyed climbing Little Adams Peak, knowing that we will be rewarded with some awesome sightseeings of Ela and the surroundings.
This is Ella, my friends. Full of mountains.
As we didn't have enough time, we chose to leave Big Adams Peak for our next visit.
Our climb took about 20 minutes. It's medium difficulty, and up you will see a great view.
It's stunning.
If you want to boost your adrenaline, a zipline will be the best option for you. You'll spot Flying Ravana on your way to the Little Adams Peak. After all this climbing in the midday sun, we rewarded ourselves with some cocktails at the Ravana Pool Club. We heard that this place can get crowded and some great pool parties were held here. But for us, chilling and refreshing was more than enough.
Laura has a new job. She's selling ice cream in Sri Lanka. Secret waterfall in Ela.
You can hear people, so I'm not sure how secret it is.
If you don't have a car in Ela, it's pretty hard to see the attractions, or maybe you are in luck and take a tuk-tuk, maybe a driver, a day driver. That can be also an alternative. But let's see the secret waterfall. The secret waterfall wasn't that secret. It was full of local people having a bath.
As we have a long journey to go back to the south side of Sri Lanka, we treat ourselves with some local delights right in the heart of local community.
Coconut. Coconut, yeah. Thank you. How much?
250.
So corn, a coconut and roti here near this secret garden with the locals. Local people, granny.
Feeling the people, enjoying the food and learning to savor life as Sri Lankan people know best. This was our unique day in Ela. I'm writing this script with a smile on my face and I want to thank you for being part of this story and supporting our travel project. With immense love, travel and tell no one.